Well, good afternoon, everyone. Meteorologist Michael Wilhite here with Southern Indiana Weather, bringing you the latest forecast update. It's been a rainy few days. Hasn't really amounted to as much rain as what it certainly could have. There have been literally 10, even 14 plus inches way down to our south. Thankfully, we've not had that inundation here. We've had almost a couple of inches here at the Southern Indiana Weather Office, so it's still been wet, but falling over the course of a week, not a whole lot of flooding going on. Thankfully, we do have more showers in the forecast, though. You can see all of them in motion here as I put it in a little bit closer to us. There you can see the showers as they're rolling through the area. Might even be a rumble of thunder with these from time to time in some of the stronger cells, but really not looking at a major threat today by any means. Temperatures warm out, though, outside. Made it up to 70 now at the Huntingburg Airport, 68 there in Evansville, even 70 as far over there as Louisville. So it's certainly been a warm day around the area. Now, we've got some more showers to deal with tomorrow, but after that, it's going to be a little bit of a dry period again. Here's the way things shake out. Let's look at the GFS. There's the low pressure moving away, and you can see there's the showers. We get a little bit more here on Monday, but then we start to dry out. In fact, by the time Tuesday rolls through, you've got a system, the GFS says, goes up to our north and doesn't even affect us. Now, here's the interesting thing. If you followed what's going on in the weather department, the Storm Prediction Center actually has a slight risk of severe weather for a good chunk of the area here and a marginal risk over all of the rest of us there for Tuesday. Now, that leaves you kind of scratching your head because you think, well, if there's going to be a slight risk, don't you have to have rain to go with it? And if you look at the modeling, absolutely no rain at all even showing up here in this on the GFS right now. Let me show you what we've got going on up here on future radar. And here's what the high-res NAM is saying. There's the showers that pop up this afternoon. There we go through the day tomorrow. Those largely come off, and then watch this. You go into Tuesday, nothing. 11 a.m., nothing. 2 p.m., nothing. By the time you go to 5 p.m., absolutely nothing. Maybe a thin little line of showers here hinting at that, but it sure does not look like severe weather in what the modeling is showing us at all. So basically what the Storm Prediction Center is thinking, if you go down here on their page and you look at it, what they are thinking is that one or more thunderstorm clusters should develop by late afternoon, early evening, all hazards possible. Thunderstorms, that convection, should spread eastward Tuesday night as the cold front accelerates. So their thinking is that it's going to be more than what the modeling shows, but I'll tell you right now, the modeling consensus completely disagrees with these guys, and I have respect for the Storm Prediction Center, but I have a feeling this is going to be a completely bogus forecast. Not worried about severe weather at all on Tuesday. Now, if things change in the modeling, I'll get more on board, but as it stands right now, not worried about this at all. I think this is a completely ridiculous risk. Should have never even been issued. They only issued day threes one time per day, though, so we won't get another one until tomorrow morning early. I would not be surprised if we were taken completely out of that risk, because quite frankly, that is exactly what should happen. I am not convinced that we even see any rain at all on here on Tuesday. I think it's going to be a 99% dry day for most of us on Tuesday. I went ahead and put a 20% chance of an isolated storm in there just to kind of cover the bases in case. But frankly, whenever I built my forecast originally this afternoon, I put partly sunny skies and didn't even put a rain chance in until I looked at the modeling a little closer, looked at the storm prediction and said, all right, we'll throw them a bone and go with the 20%. Frankly, folks, I think it's going to stay dry. I'm not sure we see any rain on Tuesday. We move out of that, though. We continue on through the week. It's a pretty dry week until you get to about the weekend, and there's another chance of some showers late on Saturday next weekend, according to what the modeling indicates here, but nothing big after that. And then really once you get into spring break week for some of you, the week around the 21st to the 24th, we've got another system that will roll through. Keeps varying on timing, but that one looks like it could bring us a few more showers there, but doesn't look like an overly impressive system to us at this point. Now, temperature-wise, as we go through, it's going to be very mild. We are going to cool down a little bit. We're talking 70s for our high temperatures on Tuesday. It's already 70 right now out there today. Probably upper 60s around the area tomorrow with the showers expected. I might even go with more than 71. In fact, I did go with more than 71 in my forecast on Tuesday. But you can see the modeling very warm until you hit the weekend, and then we cool down a little bit. Now, notice that the modeling does have the hints of some 30s here for us around the area. In fact, you see by the time you wake up on Sunday morning the possibility of some 30s here. So that's certainly within frost territories. You gardeners need to take note of that on the in case. I'm not expecting frost, but if we do end up into those upper 30s, then we're within striking distance in some of those low-lying areas. For the folks out there that are planting early, just keep an eye on that. But it doesn't look like it would last very long, even if we did. It certainly, I don't think, would be a killing frost or anything. With temperatures in the upper 50s right after this, 60s going on. Folks, it looks like it's a pretty nice forecast as far as temperature-wise coming up. All right, folks, let's go to southernindianaweather.com and click on 10-day forecast. Again, 68 for your high tomorrow with some showers likely, maybe even a rumble of thunder, isolated rumble of thunder in the afternoon. I would not rule that out at all. It's very possible, but thunderstorms not the biggest threat. Just rain tomorrow for the most part. Again, Tuesday, frankly, I think it's a dry day. I've only with a 20% chance. That's throwing a bone to the Storm Prediction Center. I'll be surprised if it even rains at all. Very warm, 75 on Tuesday, and then it cools down a little bit after that. 66 Wednesday, gorgeous sunshine, 61 Thursday. Into the 50s, though, for the weekends. Chance of showers there on Saturday, but hey, not bad. Even 52 to 55 this kind of the year. There's the warming trend, though, as you head into next week. Really not a bad forecast coming up as far as all things are considered. All right, folks, that is it for now. I'm meteorologist Michael Wilhite for SouthernIndianaWeather.com. Have a great day, folks. Enjoy this warm weather, and we'll see you for the next update later this week.